Hey Raiders, this is a quick video on how to set up custom sounds in your daily boss mods or your big wigs, depending on which one you like to use. I'm more familiar with DBM since that's the one I use the most. So to open it up, /DBM. Uh, Under bosses, click Castlanathria, and since we're on Sire, click Sire. Load it if you have to. Alright, I'll go section by section and I'll tell you what each section generally does. Journal analysis is the things that you read on the screen, um, the announcements when an ability is happening, when someone gets selected for an ability. They also have sounds associated with them. Um, this is how I have mine set up as of right now. I don't think I need to change anything. Um, I changed Command Ravage. That's when he puts the pizza sauce on the ground. I just changed it to air horn so that I know I need to boogie when it comes out. Other than that, it's pretty standard. Shattering Pain. This is more so for Phase 3. Um, Phase 3 is pretty much segmented by Shattering Pain. Every Shattering Pain leads to a different mechanic order, and that I just put Algalan as my cue for a new mechanic
Beware.
order is about to happen. A new mechanic order is happening. All right, target analysis is when you get selected for an ability. It shows the targets for those abilities. For example, in phase one, it'll announce who has Night Hunter. Phase two, who has Impale, and in the last phase, who has the Seeds, Fatal Finesse. I don't have a checkbox for a special warning for Night Hunter because I don't necessarily need a sound for that. I only want a sound for when I get selected for Night Hunter. And that leads us to the next section, which is personal analysis. Feeding time, that's only for normal, but Night Hunter is the mechanic for heroic, and this is very important to know when you have Night Hunter so that you could quickly react and either go to immune it or go to the wall so everyone could jump in your line. So whenever I generally get selected for an ability um, that requires me to move, I either use one of two sounds: the Big Bad Wolf Runaway sound or the Headless Horseman. For this one, I have Headless Horseman Laugh, and automatically when I hear that sound, I know it's time to move away and get to the wall in order to soak, so other guys can soak. Um, I don't have a check mark for crescendo because I'm using the weak aura that also lets me know when the puddles are hitting the ground. That's what crescendo is. But I do have a custom sound for impale. Whenever I get selected for impale and I need to move to the side of the bridge with the other two targets, um, I pick Kazragal. That lets me know I'm
You
marked.
are
And
marked.
once I hear that, I immediately go to the left. The reason I use Headless Horseman for this is because I like to use different sounds for different abilities, and um, I use the Big Bad Wolf for Hand of Destruction, which is the pull in where you have to run out and either get to the portal or get to the side of the platform in Phase 3 and Phase 2. Um, Command Massacre, I have another sound that's the laser beams with the sword that you have to dodge. So every ability generally has a different sound so that I could it's like muscle memory. Once I hear that sound, I know what to do. Um, Going on to the next section is role analysis. Generally, role analysis is only pertaining to either the tank and sometimes the healers. It really doesn't matter what you have going on in this unless you're a tank or a healer. Like Scorn is the tank dot in phase three. Racking Pain is um, you're not supposed to be standing in front of Sire, so this is just supposed to be just for the tanks. But you could, as melee, you might want to have this check so that you know not to stand in front of the tank whenever Sire is casting Rack and Pain. All right, this is a very important section. I think any mechanic, in order to properly handle it, there are two components to it. Knowing what that is about to happen and what to do once it happens if you get selected for it. Um, Knowing the bars this is where you get the countdown, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 when something is about to happen. I use this very liberally. Usually, the ones that are most important, I assign the same sound to each one. For example, the sound I always pick is I always pick the child one, the creepy child, for the most important ones. That way, when I hear that child's voice, I know the most important ability is about to happen. For phase one, the most important ability as a DPS, or anybody for that matter besides the tank, is Night Hunter. So I get the child.
One.
Uh, and once I hear his voice, I know Night Hunter is about to happen. And all of these things, these are all the bars that pop up on your screen that count down. The ones that generally aren't important, I haven't done it on this fight per se because I think everything's important, maybe not Rack and Pain. The ones that aren't important to me, maybe because I'm not healing, some certain things aren't important to me. So I don't check those because I don't need to know when I need to get ready to use a healing cooldown because I'm DPS. All I care about is moving out of mechanics that affect me personally. All right, so I just suggest everyone to just go through this and definitely single out the abilities that can kill you for phase one. Definitely making sure you get a countdown for cleansing pain so you know whether or not it's your turn to be in front of the tank and you could be prepped for that. Night Hunter, cooldown for Ravage. Um, for phase two, definitely Impale, Hand of Destruction, Massacre, and then phase three, Shattering Pain and Fatal Finesse definitely have sounds for those. Sinister Reflection, I think those are only for Mythic, so these aren't as important. That's why I don't have a sound for those. But definitely these two have a custom sound. The Yells, those are only really important to your fellow raider to let them know to move out of your way more often than not, or to get in your lines for Night Hunter. So you can keep those checked. Just going back, the two most important things are the personal announces and the bars. Making sure you have a countdown for the bars, and then a personal announce, a customized announcement when you are selected for a particular ability. The last section, icons and miscellaneous. Miscellaneous, that's more so just to make sure that's where we keep track on making sure everyone's dropping their stacks to the proper amount. I use that to make sure uh, if someone has 4 or 5 stacks that I might need to pull them in. So I just use that for grips mainly. Yells, I pay attention to those when people have impales and Night Hunter. Those are things that helps out your fellow raider to move out of your way or get in your way if they need to soak for you. Um, Other than that, that's pretty much it. I know I'm kind of rambling. I didn't have a script for this, so I'm just going through it as I scroll through it. For that's DBM for big wigs. I don't really use big wigs, but it's pretty easy to simple setup slash BW. We're raid bosses. We're Castle Nathria, Sire. In Sire, let's see, what's one a good one? So Night Hunter. You want a check mark to, I believe that shows a bar for it, and then the double arrows is where you customize the sounds and the announcements. Uh, so make sure you have a sound, and just like in DBM, you get a customized sound run away for the big bad wolf when you need to move. So pretty much it. That's the same thing. Uh, Different add-on, but similar features. So yep, that's about it. I didn't want to make this too long. Hopefully it's not too long. If you have any questions, just let me know. All right, bye bye.